Okay, I'm on snow setting now, so we'll try snow. See how that operates under low light conditions. And we're going to go out here and come back in on, here's the mun trees sort of thing out here. That's mun trees, M-U-N-T-R-I-E-S, I believe. And that looks good. That looks like it's grown since the dry. That's what it's put on extra growth since then. Okay, oh, the odd one here and there. So it looks like we're going to have to get it back. Whoa, here we go. Oh yes, looks like we're going to have to get out pretty damn smart down to Kaipo. And oh, this one is growing up already, so it's obviously not a true it's not a true hookery eye, but yeah. Now hookery eye, it stays in its base or is that for most of the season. It's only towards the end of the season it starts to put up a flower stalk that's only barely 1.5 inches to 2 inches tall usually, and that's what sucked Robert Gibson into studying the complex, I think, because he was so amazed. It was so different compared to what grew over his New South Wales part of the country. And here we go, coming back into some Whittiquite, but there was a patch down here somewhere, didn't we find? There's a few in here. The odd one in there. Yeah, if Rossi gets here, I'll just say, no, I'll shut up here, I'll sit on the side, I've said it all. Yeah. I've had my say over the years with all these clips. Just get out your... Oh, look at that. That's a stunning little one, isn't it? I don't know how that will survive, but I'm probably on the wrong setting for the camera, aren't I? It'll be Mug's Law. The snow's got the right setting for this. See, you got the odd one on the path, you know. You can do this in your backyard once we've got the soil all worked out. You can do everything. You can have these growing along with Sarracenia and things like that. You know, tall Sarracenias, these along the side of the path. If you're in a wheelchair or something, don't even have to go out into the bush, sort of thing. More out here. Now, what I want to know is why aren't there people overseas doing the similar sort of thing that I'm doing, but for Sarracenia and fly traps and all that thing, taking their cameras out. Because most of them have got smegingly awesome, even more awesome cameras, and they've got like twice as many megapixels, they've got all the extra chips in there, so you know, they don't even have to worry about your different settings and things like that on their camera. It's all done for them automatically. So I'm saying, why aren't they out in their little patch of the bush doing something similar so I can see what it looks like from their point of view? That's what gets me, is I'm making the effort here doing out my little patch of the world at the moment, stuck in South Australia. How come they aren't doing the same? Well, maybe they are, they're just not spreading it around, which I think is a bit unfair, you know. I mean, even if they just made one clip a year, but they got it at just the right time, so they just did the fly traps and they were at their absolutely smegingly awesome peak. One long clip for an hour's trip or something, you know, when they're off work for 5 seconds or something, you know. That's what I want to know. I mean, they do all this work, they make all the megabucks so they can afford all the smegging cameras, and it's like the people with the fat ass cars, you know, the 4-wheel drive cars, you know. They've got these smegging awesome cars that have all the 4-wheel drive, multiple wheel gearing and everything like that, and they never take it off road. And I'm thinking, I mean, I wouldn't mind if you took it off road, you took your smegging awesome camera out there and you got footage that was better than mine, and you put it up online so I could see it. Well, then I say, well, fair enough, you know, we're about equal, but I don't see too many clips up there. And I've noticed Baz hasn't made any clips for quite a while. What's happened there? Has he lost his job in weed control or something? I mean, I could understand that, but you know, from the other point of view, you've got more time on your hands, you know. And if the job situation is that bad in America, well, you're probably not going to get a job very quickly in the foreseeable future. Why don't you make use of your skills in your camera gear in your car, whatever you got, and just run it out until you do get the next job, you know, because it might be like 3 or 4 years, you know. At least you're doing something, You're doing something positive. You're getting out there, showing me what your plants are like, you know. Now you've got the opportunity. You've probably got the tools for the job, you know. You must have a bit of cash or money in the bank, you know. To run a bit of petrol money our way for footage, sort of thing, you know. You even published a bloody book. Didn't you get any profits off of that at all? You know, doesn't the profits from the book give you some petrol money and enough money to buy the next camera up? And well, I don't know how difficult it is getting in America, but you know, it's getting pretty dicey here, and we'll probably have like a mini French Revolution fairly shortly, I would say. As I said, it's either going to be 5 cities locked down for a week or so until the bugger gets on the plane and pisses off, or it's going to be some sort of JFK situation, I think. One of those bum bugger boys or one of the bikers or someone like that is just going to go up to him and take him out. I reckon it's going to get to that sort of situation. And I reckon it'll be on the end of the wet, probably when we start finding dead bodies in the parklands and things like that around Australia, when it gets pretty cold and you've got the new homeless, jobless, streetless, whatever, nameless. Probably won't even know who they are. When we find them like 6 weeks after they died, won't even be able to recognise them. That's probably when they'll take him out. They'll say, you did this in your way. Well, this is what you deserve, mate. And some. Anyway, I think that's my rant for today. But yeah, what has happened to Bazza? Has he had a health scare or something? I noticed that photograph from the other night, you know, his teeth weren't the same colour as the other two blokes on either side of him, so is he a smoker? I wouldn't have thought he would be a smoker, because isn't he into all that karate stuff? But maybe there's something I don't know about all those sport things, you know. Maybe there's some connection between smoking and all those sport things that you wouldn't quite initially realise or think of. Like with a lot of things in life, you know. Things don't actually go quite the way you think they're going to go, or have been going, you know. There's a lot of unsaid things out there, you know. A lot of unsubstantiation. So yeah, anyway, I think I'll start a new clip and try a different thing. We'll try and shoot up there and find that other area, which is probably on the back end of this somehow. Anyway, I'll try a new setting.